Hello, dear friends and lovers of astrology. This is the September horoscope for all the zodiac signs. I already made a video about September called Horoscope September General Overview. In that video, you will find also a short astrological calendar. So check it out if you're interested in what September brings to us generally. In this video, I will talk about the impact of the planets on every zodiac sign. Why do I make two videos for September? I usually don't do that because September is a very important month and you will see why. I will put the stamp marks below the video so you can go direct to the sign that interests you if you do not want to see the whole video. I will here mainly speak about the direct move of Saturn that will be from the 18th of September 2019. I will mention the square between Neptune and Jupiter, and I will try to explain the connection between the direct move of Jupiter in Sagittarius and direct move of Saturn in Capricorn. Saturn in Capricorn is especially important. That's the most important thing that we are experiencing now, because Saturn was retrograde in the summer 2019 and he did a big job there. So now it's time to manifest what we learned, what we did. Now it's time to go further, to make few steps more. With this transit, Saturn is in Capricorn from 2017 until 2020, and that's definitely the most important transit that we are experiencing now. Saturn will be in his own sign, which is Capricorn, will be again in 30 years from now. So really now, at the end of 2019 and partly in 2020, it is the time to establish new solid base, at least in one area of your life, that will be very important for you and will be of great help for you in future. So, there are many other transits also in September, but I will speak mainly about Jupiter in Sagittarius and Saturn in Capricorn for each zodiac sign. And I would like to say that I'm here in this beautiful house that is made of mud and of stone. Down part is of stone, so it's made of earth, yeah, natural element, and everything is here actually made of this natural materials in the house and around the house. And I recommend actually to all of you, if you can, to build houses that are made of natural materials. That's definitely something that is trend now, that is new, that many people, more and more people realize why is it important. Especially we will learn about that while Uranus will be in Taurus sign, so next 5 years. So yes, if you can, buy a house that is made of natural materials or try to improve your living with this energy of Uranus. It will be very useful for all of us who do so. It will be that energy, to understand that energy will be very useful for all of us for the future. So the houses made of conquer and glass are actually going to be in a way not moral in the years to come in the future. This house is in the east of Serbia. Many people think that this is like a forgotten part of the world, but it is absolutely beautiful. It has beautiful mountains, hot water thermas, and this kind of thing. So if you want to visit this part of the world, you will really be satisfied and you will see beautiful environment. So yes, let's speak about Jupiter and Saturn and their direct move from September on. I would like first to say two important things. Those planets are pair. They are opposite. Their energies have opposite meaning, but they are somehow connected. They both have influence on society, Jupiter and Saturn. So Venus can never influence society in a large scale as Jupiter and Saturn can. But Jupiter is the planet of faith and knowledge, while Saturn is the planet of physical manifestation. And people who combine those two energies achieve really a lot. So those two planets, even if they're together, they have opposite principles. So I remind you that Jupiter is the planet of faith, hope, visions, myths, symbols. This is an unintangible energy that in itself, without any physical manifestation, gives all meaning to everything. That's Jupiter. So Jupiter is basically the principle that was respected through different religions. This is through many religions. All these religions respected very much this principle. This is the principle that is everywhere. It is in everything, but it does not manifest in a physical reality. While Saturn is a planet of physical manifestation, and it is about that things that we see concrete in a material form. So in today's time, when people speak about that you can manifest many things in your life, they basically think of the energy of Saturn. But you cannot manifest anything actually if you don't have strong Jupiter in your horoscope, because Jupiter gives you vision and hope, and Jupiter helps you to believe in yourself and to believe in your visions. Only combination of these two can actually manifest that what people want. Many things actually do not need to be manifested. That's also good to know. There are things that will never manifest, but they exist in a certain spiritual form. It was always like that, and that's how it will be in the future also. That's good to know. So now let's see the short overview for each zodiac sign. Aries people who have planets in the Aries sign. Until September this year, they were a little bit blocked, even though they worked hard and they did a lot in previous months. Somehow they could not move in that direction as they wanted. It was like they need to build some solid base, maybe inside of themselves first, to make a move. They also needed to overcome some limitations that come from authority or from their parents, and even to get rid of some old programs or some old karmic balance that was stopping them to make what they wanted to make in life. And now it's a time for them to create new career, to make a step in career, or maybe even to buy or to establish new home, or to have to build to create a family life, let's say. Jupiter is in Sagittarius, and it is in the ninth house for Aries people, which is a natural sign and house for this planet. So Aries people now, from this September on, have unique period in their lives to achieve what they want, because they really have visions or because they learned a lot. This is fantastic combination. So if Aries are ready, they can have it. Generally saying, this is what we call in astrology good period in life. Jupiter that is in the ninth house can help many Aries people to travel to far countries, for example, to meet with foreigners that are from distant places or something like that, or to achieve fantastic things in studying, if they are studying, or even if they're doing some research or things like that. Okay, so Taurus people. People have retrograde Uranus. So from all of the zodiac signs, Taurus are a little bit more passive in the autumn this year than others. So from the end of August, September on, Uranus is retrograde, and Uranus will be retrograde until the January 2020. If you want, you can watch my videos about Uranus in Taurus. There are 3 videos on YouTube, very useful if you have planets in Uranus, planets in Taurus sign. So many Taurus people understand in a way that they need to make some changes. First of all, in themselves, in a way they need to free themselves, to become more free, to do things more freely, to do things in a way as they always maybe wanted. But many Taurus people are afraid to And they are afraid to say to themselves, what is that, what they really wanted always to do? It's not easy to say that. Especially they have Saturn now in the ninth astrological house. As Saturn is in a way blocking them to have visions. They can't change life philosophy easily with Saturn there. If they change it, then the second one that will appear, the new one, have to be a stable one, have to be something that they can really rely on. Finally, they're Taurus people. They need strong and solid basis for everything. So it looks that it's a tough time because many of them are stuck, but they feel and they know the changes are coming. And they're going, first of all, to be inner changes, and then later on, they will lead them to change other things in their life. Their attitude towards people, towards themselves, towards professional life, and so on and so on. So, yes, try to understand that it is absolutely necessarily to build new inner structures and to change and to let go many of the things that were until now creating your identity. And by the next year 2020, this will actually be real for most of the people who have planets in Taurus sign. For now, it is good time for finances. That's good. So maybe Taurus people will think more of finances and their job in the second part of 2019. Maybe collect money to be sure that they have enough so they can create changes later on. Gemini people have Saturn in the 8th astrological house, and many suffer because of this, I have to say. But with this transit that is not easy, they will experience profound internal changes, especially in the emotional sphere of life and personality. So Saturn teaches Gemini people how to live with with some constraints that life occasionally brings. So there, from the time to time, we experience some limitations. Now they're limited in some way in their emotional and intimate life. They can share people, but they can share things, but not in a way as they want it, not that in a that deep way as they want it. Some others feel even some limitation in financial area. So the message for them is you choose this. This was your choice. And it's only up to you when you will finish with this. It is not that somebody else is doing this for Gemini people. They are doing this to themselves. This is what they need to understand. Jupiter is in the opposite side. It is in the 7th astrological house, and it seems that other people will bring to Gemini people optimism and support and help, and other people will tell them, look, try to do this, this really has meaning. And then Gemini people will say, oh yeah, yes, he was or she was right. And actually, they have much bigger support from their partners, privately or business partners, than they thought they have. Cancer or crab people. It is better to say crab than Cancer. As their cardinal signs, as Aries, Libras, and Capricorn, they are those who have at this time to move now from September on. They should do something in September and October, something new. One step more they need to go. So Saturn is asking crab people if they are satisfied or not with their partnership life. Are they satisfied with their relationships? Do they have really supportive people around them? Does their soulmate support them? Or a mate, let's say, a married partner. Is married partner supporting them or not? And if they see that they have around them people who are not enough supportive or who expect from them too much, but they don't give enough, they will maybe finish with those relationships. And that's fine. That's completely okay. Don't worry. If you stop seeing some people from this period on, if you stop having contacts with people who were until now very important for you, perhaps all your life, and if that happens in 2019 and 20, that's fine. It means that those people actually are not anymore part of your path, But those who remain in your life after this period, you can be sure that they are your real partners, life partners or professional partners. It is quite important for crab people to be objective about those who are who are significant people in their life. Um, then another thing for Cancer people, they're known in astrology as those who live in the past. And now it's not the time to live in the past anymore. So it is quite important for crab people to start thinking about their future. So where they're going to live, who they're going to live with. Are they going to sell to buy properties? Are they going to change city or the country where they live? It is time to think of those things now. Leo people. Leo people will have in September trine, their sun will trine Jupiter in Sagittarius. So fire sun and fire Jupiter are trining. That's fantastic. This is really one of the best things that astrology knows. It is extremely good period that can bring glory or success, long journeys, spiritual or other knowledge, great knowledge about universal laws and things like that. Depends which type of Leo you are. For those Leos who are creative, who are doing some creative job, this can be very good period, very happy time, where they can spend a lot of energy creating and then can be even recognized by others in the best possible way. But some other Leos will spend this fantastic energy on their children. Maybe they will be very proud of their children because children will achieve a lot or go further in gaining knowledge or things like that. However, since autumn, Saturn checks if those Leo people, if they learned enough how to take care of themselves and their health, whether they learned a lot about that what is good food to eat, how to sleep, and things like that. So Leo people should be very careful, even if this is fantastic period for the future growth and for creating new plans and going into the world with new ideas. They need, privately, they need to be very disciplined, to learn to sleep, to eat healthy, to work in a way that is appropriate for their body or their psychostructure. You know, they should not do more job than they can. And if they do not respect those limits, then they can be ill even. So be very careful with that, what you are doing on that everyday basis. Virgo people. They are quite important this month because the new one-year cycle begins for Virgo people, and I spoke about that in the previous video about September 2019. Many Virgo people are under the influence of Neptune. Neptune is the planet that is opposite to them. So Neptune teaches them a lot about marriage and partners and life partners, about loved ones also. And Neptune makes square this month to Jupiter, so it can be that Virgo people can be disappointed with their partners, even if they are private partners or business partners. Neptune can create certain confusion in this time also, whether they understand other people well or not, especially if they work in media, if they write, if they communicate, especially with other people that are even not their, how to say, they're not relatives, they're not connected with the blood, but they communicate with people through job or something, and then they can be very confused about that. What are those people actually saying to them? It can be a little bit confused period also for Virgos who work in medias. Saturn will also, with Neptune, this combination of those two, will have significantly changed their partners and or their attitude towards partners and generally to loved ones. Also that will change. Those that they love, they will differently understand love, who they love and why they love, in a way, why they love such people. Maybe it will be more clear, even if this is quite subconscious thing. Yes, so I have different. No, I have one video, yeah, about Neptune in Pisces. I have one video. I would recommend that video to Virgo people. Check what Neptune energy is about, actually, because it stands opposite to you, and it can be like a big wave, that it comes and unexpectedly washes everything that you did or thought before, especially about others, especially about communication with others. Neptune is that planet that brings to us now that. Renaissance of the spirituality that we are going through. Libras have Saturn now direct in the fourth astrological house, and this is the house of emotions, of family roots also. This is very important, cardinal house, and Saturn needs to build new structures there. Many Libras work hard in previous months on their family home, or they try to buy or to sell, so they were involved in real estate issues. Many gain new strength and confidence, and they are ready to get rid of karmic experiences that defending themselves to be comfortable and to be natural in this most sensitive area of life. So now is the time to be more natural, to be more feel more comfortable at home, or with the family member, or among those who are who have the same family root as you have. Or maybe many Libras with this understood that they are going back to their countries where they're coming from, their cities or things like that, because they identify more with those people and those places that are part of their past, or that belong to the past of their family. If not so, it is excellent time, and it was and it will be, to buy a new home, to buy real estate, to invest money in real estate, for example. Also, really good period. That will help Libras to feel more free and more comfortable in life generally later on. If some Libras did not achieve them, I recommend to all of them Thetahealing. I do Thetahealing, and there are also other different methods of spiritual healing. So Libras, it's a very good time to get rid of all burdens and prejudice that were until now blocking you to feel secure and to feel in a way strong, inner, to feel inner strong. It's time to to gain this inner power now in this period 2019 and 20, that you can later on in the next 30 years create things with the feeling that you are strong to do whatever you want. This is actually what is it about. So now you're building this strong foundation. Scorpio people, since this fall, they have been actually changing relationships. They will be actively changing relationships with siblings, with those who are close relatives or neighbors. They will learn about that, how to communicate in a new way. If they had communication problems, they will have a time to solve it now. Saturn in the third house says that something was wrong until now in communication. Perhaps Scorpio people expected that other people will understand them even if they don't say anything. And that's not always possible. You can communicate in a telepathic way with some people, but some other people need from you to express with words rationally. What do you feel? What do you want to do? What is your attitude towards that or that? So people need sometimes clear, rational explanations. Scorpios often don't want to give this, and now it is time to do so. It is very good time to attend courses, because the third house is the house of courses. Or if not, maybe to have honest conversation with loved ones, with close ones. And maybe it also can be good self-analysis. So you can learn a lot about yourself by studying things from the internet. Try to learn about that, how to express your ideas freely. Don't be afraid to say what do you want, or how to formulate ideas that you can express them later on, because first you need to formulate your ideas and to see clearly your thoughts, that later on you express them. It is something like about that. Many Scorpios with Jupiter will find in these months to come, until the end of this year, they will find a way how to make profit in a new way with Jupiter. They will have simply good new ideas about that, how to make money in a new way, and they will be many of them will be quite impressed with these new ideas they have. Um, Yeah, Sagittarius people. So from August, at the end of the August 2019, Jupiter is direct in the Sagittarius sign. So many expected a lot from this Jupiter, but maybe did not happen. Anything did not happen. That's because Jupiter had three times in 2019 square to Neptune, and one of those squares is active in September. So, Sagittarius people should not be disappointed that things are not developing in a way as they wanted. They should actually be satisfied with that what they achieved, and they need to do one more thing in September. Squares are good. Squares say that there is a conflict, inner conflict, that we need to overcome in order to achieve something. So one thing more to do in order to be more successful in the future, or more happy, or more satisfied in the future. So, yes, I said at the beginning of this video, Jupiter is not a planet of physical manifestation. So Sagittarius people should expect with this transit of Jupiter until December 2019 that they will learn a lot, that they will be wiser, they will be luckier in many things. They can travel to foreign countries, they can have future plans, they can change jobs if they want to change it. They can have new ideas that are coming through foreign countries, foreign cultures, and so on. Many things are opening for them, but maybe nothing is happening concretely in their life. That's because Jupiter is not about concrete things. Jupiter is more about our visions, about studying, about being wiser, about giving good luck. But what are you doing? How you will manifest this energy depend on the position of your Saturn. So Saturn in the second astrological house, yes, can bring them money if they want really money, if they understand it, can improve their jobs, but they need to believe that they are able to improve their job, and so on. So I hope you feel the difference between those two energies and you are on the right side. Capricorn. It looks like Capricorn people are the most important in September, as Virgo people are, because Saturn is direct in their sign. Many Capricorn people have worked hard, even physically, in previous months. Um, uh, Maybe many of them need to finish something, to finish the project, for example, that they started in spring. And now it is the time to move on. Now one more step is the time to do one more step. So how and where to go, which step, I hope it is clear for each of you. If not, that depends, of course, on that which type of a Capricorn you are. First of all, to move further, you need to free yourself from some karmic burden that you have, from old programs and prejudice, and all life philosophy that you have. And if you get rid of it, and you clean yourself from it completely, which you can do by using different methods of healing, as it's Theta healing, for example, that I offer, then you will be ready to build new structures. So it looks like you need to make a completely clean earth to build a house there. You know, you can't build it if that on that base you have an old and broken house. You can't build a new house on that base. You know, you need to make clean space. You need to clean yourself that you can build things for the future. And now what you build, it will be useful for you for the next 30 years. So universe has very big plans with Capricorn people, because universe wants to transform them completely to create even new identity, and that's where is the beginning. But Jupiter is in 12th house for Capricorn people, and that's a really good thing, because now they need support from from below, you know, and there is the power coming and saying, oh, don't worry, you know, I'm here, so you are protected. there is enough protection for you. Jupiter in the 12th house is like a good angel. So good time for Capricorns now on. Aquarius people, we have Saturn direct in their 12th astrological house. And that can be that the pressure is very strong. The inner pressure can be very strong. And they will need to, they will feel that they need to do something, but it's still not time. The time will come slowly in the 2020, but they will really be ready for a new beginning, 21, and some of them even in the year 2022. So what to do now with this pressure? Well, try to do things alone, isolated from everybody. Try to create some new ideas. Try to think of that what and how you can do things in the future. What do you really want to change? If you change profession, so what is that you would like to do? Think of those things, analyze it, and don't talk to people about that. You should be isolated from others, sometimes alone, and, trying to understand yourself, and that's what you would like to manifest. Now I'm saying manifesting in the years to come. So yes, in September can be a lot of pressure, but you will overcome it by being in isolation and trying to understand yourself and working on yourself. It's a very good thing that Jupiter is in the 11th astrological house for Aquarius people, which means that they can have support from friends or some people who have noble soul and who are ready to help them because they understand, for example, that Aquarius have hard time. And Pisces at the end. Pisces, not like Aquarius people, they don't have support from their friends. They are actually, they have if they did everything well with their friends in the past, all their life, if they were correct with their friends. Now, it can be that they can have support from friends or from other people. But if they did something wrong, then now their friends will leave them, for example, or something like that can be. Or they will not have support from others as they wanted. Or they will not be recognized in a way as they expected. Things like that can be. So Pisces should really learn in this period that they should be very honest to themselves and to others. The more honest they are, the better it is. They can have influence on society in this period. So Piscean people who are somehow involved in politics or in some social areas, they can have strong impact on people. Maybe they can be like tough teachers to others, because in some way they understand it's a tough time, you need to learn this and that, they say to others. And maybe other people don't want this, but it's perhaps useful to hear. But it's interesting that Pisces people, even if there are certain limitations about recognition, they still can make quite good career. So if they want to be successful in their career in a new way, they want to do new things, they can actually do it, but more by hard working or proving that they are worth than because somebody recognizes them and wants to help them. Yeah, and that's all for now. So I told you what I could say now shortly about this month. If you wish to have personal consultations with me, feel free to contact me. All contacts are under this video. I offer consultations based on astrological psychology and spiritual astrology. Also, I offer consultations based on Thetahealing. That is a very good thing that helps people to remove blockages they have inside, and then they easily can live a much better and more successful life. And I also offer consultations based on Feng Shui because I'm very much interested in environment and this, let's say, work with the earth energy, because it's important to work with both, as Chinese say, to see how on the earth manifests that's on which is in the sky, metaphorically saying. So yes, I offer Feng Shui consultations also. Some of my horoscope analysis I record, but actually only few of them. I prefer consultations with people, but if you want, I can record for you and send you in audio form few types of consultations. For example, what is the meaning of your existence one, the most important life transits or the future 3 years transits. On my webpage is symbolicthinking.net. You can also see that I have online course of astrology. That is an interactive course of astrology. You can buy it and study by using mobile phone or internet. You can even touch the screen to answer questions, and that helps you to study interactively very fast in a modern way and to remember easily. Check my demo video about this course. It is course of astrology, symbolicthinking.net, something like that. If you like this video, like it, please share it and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much for that. If you have anything to ask, please feel free to write me and to ask you. We can connect also via Facebook. I'm looking forward to see you soon, and I wish you very good luck and very good health. And I also wish you to live in a harmony with the energies that are around you.